Hey guys, it's Molly. Tonight I felt like doing a moody piece, so I'm just gonna kind of play around on the canvas. You guys can watch it as it unfolds. I'm really loving the kind of dark maroons and blacks and just gorgeous, rich, deep colors. So let's see how this one comes out.
So I thought that I could talk you guys through just a little bit of this. I always speed these up because they take me so long and you guys ask questions a lot of times. So right now I'm using a technique where I wet the brush and wet the paint a little and then apply it to the canvas. There are multiple different ways that you can blend acrylic paint, and this is one of them. So the canvas itself is dry, but I'm wetting the paint. So this brush that I'm using is actually just a makeup brush. And I just use it to kind of quick layer the paints on the canvas. But what you'll see me doing here is putting all the colors down, and then I'm going to go back through with a mop brush and blend them all. So this part is very quick, really. And it's just to get a feel for where you want highlights, where you want the different colors, and you can just really make it your own. So this is where I'm using the mop brush, and I'm just very lightly going over the areas that I want to blend together. I didn't use any mediums or anything to extend the drying time, and if you needed to, you could have just sprayed a little bit of water on the canvas and continued to blend. Every so often I have to wipe the brush off or dip it in a little more paint so that I can continue to blend. And I keep standing back and looking at it to see kind of what I want out of the composition of the piece. So here, I really had no idea where I was going to go with this piece when I started, but I just started adding some of these little kind of highlights and details to it, just kind of what I was feeling at the moment. And I really love the colors, just the kind of moody colors that I was feeling at that moment with the bright reds and the maroons and the blacks. But I'm just using another brush to just create just kind of some designs. I was feeling, I think, kind of wings at the time, almost like birds in flight in the clouds. But it changes, as you'll see, as I go along. So I'm just going to be adding detail after detail, kind of layer after layer. And I don't let the paints dry in between. I'm just working over top of them. And you'll see a little bit later, I end up coming back in and I load the brush with multiple colors at one time, and almost like a one-stroke technique come in, and it creates just beautiful designs and interest in the piece. A lot of you guys have asked me about this part. Those are Loli Veffy bottles that I store my paint in, and it is my regular pouring medium of Floetrol and gloss medium and varnish and GAC 800, and I water it down so that it flows really well. And sometimes you get little globs that come out, and sometimes the lines aren't perfect, but I really like the effect of kind of the little, what I call them, squigglies coming out of there. That is my regular pouring medium and acrylic paint, but I've left it thick like I do my ring pours, so that when I smash the balloons, I can keep the beautiful striations that are there and they don't spread out.
All right, this one has such a mood to it to me. So I like the little designs that I was making here, and I was using kind of like, I don't know, almost like a one stroke brush technique to get those. Let me see if you can see that. Those designs here. And then I have my little flash on because my lighting's been terrible. So that is really like a black maroon around the outside. I love the red. It looks like things are flying around. I really, really love it. I was just doodling really at the beginning, so I used a different blending technique on this one. And if you guys want to see kind of the way that I blend my canvases, please just let me know in the comments and maybe I can make a video, because there's wet technique, dry technique. So this was a little bit of a wet on dry technique, but just let me know. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Happy painting. Bye.